What's going on, guys? It's your boy Elisha here, and welcome back to Go. This is the show where we discuss everything in the world of football from the past week and this week. Guys, as you know, this whole summer, as it was last week and the week before that, it's a whole lot of international football going on. We're going to discuss a little bit of the club football stuff and the transfers and all of that. But without further ado, let's get right to the business. First of all, listen, I'm digging the whole Cuban Papi thing going on, you know. But anyways, let's get all the transfer little details out of the way. First, we're starting with Rabiot. Seems like my boy is finally out of the doghouse. PSG have been exiling him for a while, and his mom came out with some statements before. We talked about that like a few months ago, and it seems like he wasn't playing for PSG. They didn't want to let him go, so there was a whole lot of drama going on with him. But now he's arrived at Juventus, and he's gonna get his medical done this weekend, and he's officially going to be announced this week as a Juventus player. Finally, he's gonna be able to play with Ronaldo and also Buffon. But again, speaking of Buffon, he's expected to leave PSG and come back to Juventus. But what's interesting about his old transfer is that in his contract, he requires to play a minimum of 8 games this season, this upcoming season in the Serie A. Minimum of 8. Now here's why. Maldini holds the record with 647 games for the most ever appearances in the Serie A. Buffon has been playing for a while, and he has 640 games in the Serie A. So that minimum of 8 ensures that he'll definitely beat that record. Maldini has been retired for years, so he'll beat that record and he's good to go. I mean, it seems like he's ready to retire. He doesn't really want to play anymore. So what better way of beating a record than coming back to the team that really made you, that's your home? It's a great comeback, great return for him. But then talking about the old guys, and then the future of Juventus also is shaping right before our own eyes. Now, the Ligt, yes, that the Ligt, Ajax the Ligt, who is supposed to go to Barca, then Man United the Ligt, is set to appear before Juventus fans and be announced by the team this week also. Again, it's not all the way completed. It seems like the Buffon and the Rabiot thing is more short, because Rabiot was spotted over there going to get his medical, and Buffon, it's you put 2 and 2 together, the contract details have leaked, so that's more probable. But the Ligt, he's young players, he's very good. He spoke to Ronaldo after, you know, the Netherlands and Portugal game, so it's still very shaky. We don't exactly know yet, but don't be surprised if that transfer deal is completed this week. But last but not least, one thing that's really interesting that was said this week throughout, you know, the whole Neymar might be returning to Barca, what's going on with my hands saga. But yeah, that news is still going on. Pep Guardiola had some stuff to say about it, and you know, it's kind of unsure whether or not Neymar will be able to do the same things he used to for Barca. He said, you know, Neymar, it's been some years, he's changed. Just like him, if he went to go coach Barca, it would, you know, he doesn't know if it would click because he's changed, he's a different person. But I think, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You change, you grow for the better. So he might have some new experience to bring to the Barcelona team. But speaking of Barcelona, Coutinho is maybe looking at a return to Liverpool. I mean, you know, I don't think his departure from Liverpool was really, you know, there was an animosity between the team and him and the fans. So I feel like if he returns, that it won't be too hard for them to be able to make that change happen and get him back. But then again, we keep hearing that the deal involving Neymar and swapping back to go to Barca might involve Coutinho. So this whole thing is a whole big mix-up. I just wanted to just announce it already, get the deals done, get the negotiations going. So stop playing with me. All right, get it. If he's going, go. If he's not going, stay. Come on. And speaking of Coutinho, Neymar, Brazil this week played in the quarterfinals of the Copa America, went to penalties against Paraguay, and they won on penalties. But the thing that was a bit and why I'm not super excited about the result is that I don't understand the fact that they were held to a 0-0 draw after 90 minutes against Paraguay. And this is not any disrespect meant to Paraguay, but Brazil has a lot of quality. Whether you're a neutral fan or opposite fan of Brazil, you have to you have to acknowledge the fact that they have some of the best players in South America and possibly in the entire world. So the fact that Paraguay, maybe that's just a testament to how good Paraguay has actually gotten over the years, and the fact that they're giving big teams, these smaller teams in quotations, are giving the bigger teams a run for their money, is making the competition a lot more, well, competitive. So it's more entertaining for us to watch. But also Chile beat Colombia in penalties. Again, penalties after penalties after penalties. Peru against Uruguay went to penalties. Suarez shot the first penalty and it was stopped. Oh! And Uruguay went on to lose that game. Peru is moving on to the semifinals. Man, these boys were devastated. Suarez could not be contained. These boys are crying. Football is cruel sometimes. It's tragic. Jesus. You're the star of the team, Uruguayan hero, the guy who stopped a goal in 2014 World Cup, was it 2014 or 2010 World Cup, and got a red card, ejected from the game. Ghana missed a penalty and they went on to the next stage. That guy could not score a penalty to put his team to the next stage of the Copa America. In Uruguay, they were my top 3 favorites to win the Copa America were Uruguay, Brazil, and Chile. Chile. I think I picked Chile or Colombia, either one of them. But 2 of them are out now. Chile is through to the next stage. Brazil is through to the next stage. And Argentina beat Venezuela 2-0. But the bigger thing of this whole stage the quarterfinals was good. 3 different games went on to penalties. It was great. But in the semifinals, Brazil versus Argentina, the biggest rivalry in football, is happening right here on Tuesday in Brazil. Copa America. Hey! This is happening. Y'all don't understand. This is the biggest rivalry in football. This is Boca Juniors versus River Plate. This is Barcelona versus Real Madrid. All of those all put into one. This is the rivalry of all rivalries. Whew. Tuesday. Stay tuned. Okay, now let's talk about the Women's World Cup. In the quarterfinals this week, Norway lost against England 3-0. France, the host country, was eliminated by none other than the U.S. women's national team. Who else to do it? Who else? And Germany lost against Sweden 2-1. So now, in the Women's World Cup, the semifinals will be England versus the United States and Netherlands versus Sweden. And by the way, shout out to the Netherlands. In the round of 16, the final game against Japan, they showed complete and other textbook showcasing of respect for Japan, consoling them after the game, just supporting them, even though they won and they're moving and they're the winners. Of course, you have to, enjoy your win. But the fact that a lot of the players were able to comfort the Japanese women, and seeing how hard they worked, and the fact that they beat them by just 1 goal, and that's what it's all about sometimes. The win matters, and moving on to the next stage and keeping your eye on the prize matters, but also respecting your opponent and seeing that they're all human. At the end of the day, all humans just playing a game that we all love. Let's move on to the Africa Cup of Nations. So much to talk about. So much. Group A, B, C, D, E, F in the Africa Cup of Nations. Let's take a look at all the leading teams right now in Group A. Egypt has won 2 out of 2 of the games they've played so far, looking strong. Salah making a good run at his first possibly international trophy for Egypt. And Uganda, who's won 1 game and drew 1, has 4 points. Zimbabwe and Congo are last in Group A. Now moving on to Group B, Madagascar for the first time ever have moved on for the group stage in a major competition. Shout out to Madagascar. Group C, Algeria and Senegal both leading. Algeria looking super strong. Don't know what's going on with Senegal. Mane. One thing about the Africa Cup of Nations is that it's been, there has been some very entertaining games, but it seems like, I don't know if it's more of a display of their good defense or just very bad offense, but there's been a lot of 0-0s, a lot of 1-0s, 1-1 games going on, and it's like, it's not as much as you would expect in terms of goal. And you know, in competition, goals is what really drives the entertainment, is what really gets people coming back to watch. So if there's not enough goals happening, if there's not some 3-2s, 2-1s happening, you know, people are gonna start turning their eyes away. So Africa, get it together. Please get it together. I'm counting on Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, Madagascar right now is turning up, Morocco, Algeria. Let's pick up the goals. Let's be more clinical, because they have the players, they have the endurance. Okay, a lot of these players are playing abroad, so the quality is diversifying all over the world. Now, let's put the ball in the back of the net. And now for something I've been waiting to talk about for the whole show. Haiti versus Canada. Quarterfinals of the Gold Cup. Canada scores first. Jonathan David, the man born in Brooklyn from 2 Haitian parents, playing against the country of his people. Scores first, doesn't celebrate. Out of respect, he doesn't celebrate. Thank you, Jonathan. And then a bad mistake from the Haitian defense as Canada scores another one. 2-0 down Haiti was in the first half. They go at halftime, recollect themselves. They come back, second half, 1 goal. Bad mistake from the Canadian goalkeeper. And then a penalty, 2-2, they equalize. And then one of the greatest displays of composure, one of the greatest leading passes that I've seen this whole tournament. Dukins Nazon. Pop, ping.
Nazon
Crosses it, right foot chips it in the box.
Nazon
Carrier gets the ball. Bing, bounces it right in the keeper's face.
tips it through. Chance now. It's in.
Boom. 3-2. Haiti qualifies for the semifinals of the Gold Cup. Come on! Listen, man, the way Haiti is playing this year is just historic. Like, I have never in my 53 years of living on this earth, I've never seen Haiti play like this. And I could not be more proud. I couldn't be more proud. The US is killing it in the Women's World Cup. Haiti is killing it in the Gold Cup. Brazil is killing it in the Copa America. You know why I had to line this up right here. Shout out to all 3 of these nations, man, killing it in their respective competitions. I cannot wait for them to move on to the next stage, 3 semifinals, and I know that I'm gonna have 3 of them up there in the finals next week. So stay tuned, watch the games, but in case you don't, watch the highlights. Anyways, I'm gonna be back here to tell you all about what happens, whether or not you see it. So let's not forget Mexico playing against Costa Rica. That game went into the penalties. Mexico won. Ochoa once again stopping Costa Rica from moving on, stopping a penalty. This man has been an absolute Mexican icon for years and years, for about a decade now, and he's just not stopping. He must be, there's something this guy is doing, because he looks like he's been drinking from the fountain of youth a couple times every day for the past 20 years. It's unbelievable. Like, he doesn't look a day over 25 years old. He's definitely gonna make this matchup against Haiti very interesting. They have some very great scorers, but that Mexican defense, the quality that this team has is unbelievable, and they're definitely going to be a tough team to beat. But the way Haiti's set up in those semifinals, they definitely can move on to the final. Oh, you know what's crazy? I completely forgot that the I'm so sorry to the MLS, man. I forgot, man. Come on, man. Like, I've been neglecting the MLS, man. That's crazy. Hold on. Let me just update y'all on what's going on right now in the MLS, man. My bad. Yo, Philadelphia, 32 points. First place in the Eastern Conference. DC 31. Hold up. Let me find out. Philadelphia 32, DC United 31, Montreal got 30, Atlanta got 29, New York Red Bulls at 27. Listen, that first top 5 right now is super close. There's a 5-point difference between the first place and the 5th place. That is super tight. Okay, so the race is really on, and the fact that Atlanta and New York Red Bulls have 2 games that they haven't played yet. Okay, 3 actually. Montreal has 20 games. Everybody else has 19 and 17. Oh, this is interesting. This is really, really interesting. It's looking tight, but in the Western Conference, of course, LAFC, number 1 at 37. LA Galaxy got 31 points. Seattle Sounders, 29. Okay, so it's looking about how it usually does, or how it looked at the beginning of the season in the Western Conference. I'll look at those stats. Carlos Vela, of course, 16 goals. Ibrahimovic, come on, man. Y'all need to stop, my man. Come on, man. He goes every league. This guy, man, still at the top scorers of the MLS with 11 goals. Let's look at those assists, man. Marceliano Morales with 8 assists. Okay. Michael Barrios with 7 assists. Carlos Vela always at the top of somewhere along the lines of those lists. Schweinsteiger's racking up them yellow cards at 7. Okay, so the MLS, y'all forgive me for not updating y'all too much on it. The international competition have been just crazy and overwhelming this summer, but from time to time, especially when they're over, I'll be back to the local talking about our favorite league, or our only league, or our main league in the US. Y'all know what I mean. Before we end the show, I thought this was super dope, and of course had to come through and share it with y'all. Henderson getting a Champions League tattoo this weekend for commemorating his first ever Champions League trophy, a historic Champions League run. Amazing season, full of their comebacks against Barcelona. Like that's just written down, sealed in the minds of football fans and in football history forever. So of course he had to ink it on his body permanently and make sure, like, show that it's real, like it means that much to them. And once again, congratulations to Liverpool. I think it's dope. Probably some more of these players are gonna go do that and get probably the date or the trophy, something tattooed on them. But it's art. Liverpool deserved it, and they deserve to show how much that moment actually means to them in any way that they want. But guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for this week. If you enjoy watching the show, if you enjoy football, Copa America, Gold Cup, Women's World Cup, Africa Cup of Nations, all that good stuff that's going on in football in the world, everything that happened this week, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Comment down your thoughts on everything that's going on, transfer rumors. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is just a whole bunch of bull? Also, make sure you check out the social media and the music in the description, and I will see you guys next time on Goal. Peace.